121 degrees Celsius. That is the temperature at which a microbe named strain 121 still reproduces, hotter than the sterilization cycle in a hospital autoclave. The standard model says life needs a narrow band of warmth, liquid water on a surface, a star at a polite distance. The standard model is wrong, and if it is wrong here, on the only planet we have ever studied, then the quiet sky above us may not be empty at all. It may be full of worlds we have been taught to ignore. Strain 121 was pulled from a hydrothermal vent in 2003 by Derek Lovley's lab at the University of Massachusetts. It eats iron. It breathes nothing we would recognize as air. It thrives at pressures that would collapse a submarine. The habitable zone, that tidy ring astronomers draw around a star, was never a physical law. It was a convenience, a way of asking where Earth could exist again. Some theorists now suggest the question itself is the problem, because the organisms breaking every rule are not rare exceptions. They are the majority of Earth's biomass, and most of them live somewhere you have never been allowed to look. How much of Earth's life lives underground? A 2018 survey by the Deep Carbon Observatory put the figure near 70%. Bacteria a mile below the seafloor, archaea inside basalt that has not seen sunlight in 2 billion years, nematodes recovered from South African gold mines at depths of 3.6 kilometers in water dated to be tens of millions of years old. The story we tell ourselves is that surface life is the norm. The numbers say the opposite. The surface is the anomaly, a thin, irradiated film over the actual biosphere. And if the standard habitat for biology is dark and sealed, then the standard habitat for whatever comes after biology may be too. Imagine a lake the size of Lake Ontario, sealed under 2.5 miles of ice, cut off from the atmosphere for 15 million years. That is Lake Vostok. When Russian engineers finally reached its surface in February 2012, the water samples carried genetic signatures of more than 3,500 distinct organisms. Some matched nothing in any catalogue. Vostok is not exotic. It is one of more than 400 subglacial lakes mapped beneath Antarctica alone. Every one of them is a closed world running on chemistry, not sunlight. Every one is a working model of what Europa might be, what Enceladus might be, what most of the galaxy might be. If intelligence evolves in a sealed ocean under 20 kilometers of ice, it never sees a star. It never imagines radio. It builds, if it builds at all, downward. The great silence stops being a paradox and starts being a geometry problem. We have been pointing our telescopes at surfaces, looking for cities, atmospheres, the warm signatures of skin-having creatures. But the energy leak from a civilization trying to break out of its planetary tomb would look nothing like a city. It would look like a strange thermal anomaly, an unexplained neutrino flux, a moon that is slightly too warm, and that was never explained, for reasons we filed under natural. So the question the opening raised, whether the sky is empty, has an answer, and it is not the one we wanted. The sky is not empty. We have been looking at the wrong surface of the wrong kind of world. Subscribe if you want to keep following where this leads. One last figure before you go. The total mass of microbial life beneath the Earth's crust is now estimated at 23 billion tons of carbon, roughly 400 times the mass of every human being who has ever lived.